Hello, this is Donis, and for this video, we will be sharing with you a brief background of recruitment and selection process in human resources. Now, it's very crucial to know the distinction between recruitment and selection. So the term recruitment is referring to the process of locating and encouraging eligible individuals or candidates to apply for a current or anticipated vacancy. On the other hand, the process of hiring people from among shortlisted candidates and placing them in positions within the firm or organization is known as selection. Okay, so employees are very important. Employees are critical when it comes to placing them inside the organization and making the organization successful. When a person is well suited for the position, the entire organization benefits, all right, from their unrivaled performance, for instance. So organizations use recruitment and selection to find the best candidates for the right positions. Okay, so in order to avoid any unnecessary cost for a business, it is very important to understand the difference and contribution of practicing recruitment and selection of employees. Okay, so recruitment, okay, can be defined as the process of locating and obtaining a pool of qualified applicants who possess the desired knowledge, skills, abilities, and other characteristics in order for an organization, of course, to select the most qualified individuals to fill the job openings based on job descriptions and specifications. Okay, so these can be um, included in the next topic. Okay, so the job description and specification. So the goal of the recruitment process is to identify of course, the largest pool of applicants possible, so that the best people for the required roles in the business may be chosen. All right. So recruiting and selecting the finest candidates for a job can give a business a competitive advantage compared to other businesses, okay? Whereas ineffective recruitment and selection can lead to a lower productivity, interpersonal conflicts as well, interruptions, and long-term expenses or costs. All right. So the process by which people are offered positions in organizations is known as recruitment. It is when the company looks for a potential employees and encourages them to apply for positions within the company. So this is only one of the phases in hiring process, but it is a lengthy one that includes a number of responsibilities that begin with job analysis and end with an appointment. Okay, so the recruitment process may also include examination, or knowing the job specifications, posting the job opening, getting people to apply for the position, assessments, making a short list of candidates, all right? So aside from these responsibilities, human resource practitioners can either internally or externally recruit possible employees. For example, internal recruitment may include promotions, uh, transfers, and retrenches are all kinds of internal sources of recruiting, along with ex-workers, retired employees, and others who can be contracted for recommendations. On the other hand, advertisements, job fairs, public employment service offices, the internet as well, and social media recruitment are all examples of external recruitment sources. All right. So effective recruitment is more than simply finding the best candidate for the job. Okay. So a quick and effective recruitment process can save money. Okay. Improve a company's market and candidate reputations, and ensure that the best talent is identified, engaged, and brought into the organization. But with various industries demands nowadays, employers tend to consider several resources too. Okay, employers and organizations tend to consider time and budget limitations. Okay, they also consider targeted talent management skills and demanding requirements from other departments. So these factors can lead hiring managers and HR practitioners in a situation where the process becomes very tedious. Okay, so from developing the first job specification to advertising, from sorting through hundreds of CVs and resume to identifying those deserving of further consideration, from attempting to find in an increasingly hectic schedule to thoroughly interview, all right? Then the re-interview and then coordinate additional interviews with additional team members. These factors take a lot of effort and a lot of time. Now, in order to organize these, many organizations prefer to specialist recruitment consultancies, okay? So this approach can attract and retain top talents. Plus, it can also maintain business efficiency and candidate experience too. Now, following the recruitment phase, okay, the most suitable candidate or candidates are found through a selection process that includes, but it is not limited to, interviewing, reference checking, and testing as well. We learned that the selection process goal is to ensure that the best candidates are assigned to responsibilities by giving effective, fair, and equitable assessments. Okay, let's talk about selection. Now, selection is the process of identifying an individual with the necessary qualifications and abilities from a pool of candidates or job applicants to fill open positions in a company is known as the selection process. Okay, now, okay, for a while. So the selection process is an HR process that uses a variety of strategies, techniques to help distinguish between qualified and unqualified applicants. So the word selection connotes the placement of the right individual for a right job. So selection is the process of using several techniques to assist recruiters in determining which candidates or which candidate is the best fit for the job. So again, in order to select the most qualified applicants, an HR practitioner may utilize techniques like screening, interviews, okay? So these techniques are tools to know whether a candidate is a good fit or not. Okay, so interviews are the most common way to assess the applicant's verbal and non-verbal communication skills. Now, HR practitioners may also try reviewing the references, medical examinations, and the like. Now, in an employee's employment process, the selection procedure takes up a significant amount of time. HR managers must carefully, okay, assess each candidate's suitability for the position in order to avoid or lessen the impact of selecting a talent that will be part of the organization. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. This concludes our brief discussion on recruitment and selection. Now, and I will be seeing you in the next video to discuss recruitment and selection techniques.